Hello friends, in this video we are going to study Fundamental Rights Article 21 and 21A. Article 21 says that no person shall be deprived of his life or the personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. So it says that everyone has the right to life. So it's very important. Recently the government is taking Supreme Court has come up with some decision or some guidelines for transgenders, as well as for some cases, court cases, which are abridges, which are taking away the rights of some of the minorities such as women, uh, disabled people, or transgender people. So they are and Supreme Court is putting forward their argument that it is violation of Article 21 of Indian Constitution, which clearly says that everyone has the right to life. And what are the some of the aspects related to right to life are everyone have the right to, for example, livelihood. Livelihood. One. Another is health. So these comes under right to life. Shelter, human dignity. So it is the most important. Recently that Ethnasia case came, and the Supreme Court is the court is stating this human dignity. So health. So these are the like free legal aid. So these are some of the aspect which comes under the right to life. And there are many things are there, and all these things came when it came by um, the court case, Supreme Court Menka case, Menka Gandhi case, in which the Supreme Court says, not Menka, okay, and there are number of right to information, right to education. So we'll talk about the right to education in the next one. So you whatever things, almost anything you say, if that is needed for the empowerment and the enrichment of oneself, then that most probable chances are that that comes under the right to life. For example, in case of emergency, there is a medical aid to be given, and there is a right for custodial harassment, and there should be a fair trial, and even the prisoner have the right, and there is a right against the public hanging also, right to hearing, right to information, and right to reputation. So all these comes under the right to life. Now Article 21A, which says that state shall provide, what state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of age of 6 to 14 in such a manner as the state may or the by law determine. So it's very important. When it came, it was added by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002, and why the country is doing this thing, because they believe that education for all. After coming of this act, government abolished the labor law. So not abolish, sorry, uh, said that no child labor is permissible up to 14 year of age. Why? The reason is, if government is providing education from age of 6 to 14 free of cost, it is state obligation to provide this thing. Then what are the reason that child labor need to be promoted? Not sorry promoted, existed. So government is considering this thing as a uh, violation, means it's conflictual with the this act. So therefore government is taking action against to remove the child labor. So, and if you want to understand this act, then it's a suggestion. Now every year number of people are enrolling themselves, especially those who are coming from the poor socio and economic background. They are enrolling their children into right to education in some of the good institutes. For example, now one can enroll into the private institute also, where the seats are reserved, 25% of the seats are reserved under the right to education. Similarly, 25% seats are reserved in the central institutions, for example, Kendriya Vidyalaya, KVs. So if you want to understand the whole system, then just try to get enroll one of the child of the person whom you know that if that child get the education, then there are chances that the whole family will lift after a point of time around, take it as 20 years. If that child got a very good education, then they can move out of that vicious cycle of poverty. So to break that thing, there is a need to provide good education to the children so that in future, instead of becoming a labor or doing a, I'm not saying that it's a small job. I'm saying that there are chances if proper skills are provided, then one can enhance in a one can go further in one of the field. So, this I want to say. So instead of becoming a labor who is getting a very minimal wage, there are chances he become a labor, but instead of minimal age, he can use his skills to innovate and earn more by becoming the person one want to become. For example, if he can innovate in the traditional business and can become an entrepreneur, can provide jobs to number of the people. So there are chances that not only he move out of the vicious cycle of poverty, and there are chances that he will remove other people also out of the poverty. So try to do this thing. And I would like to say that recently uh, I have did this initiative, and I really felt very good because now I know that this person will get free education for the next 8 years, and there are chances in future when the government is in good position, they may extend this 8 year to further years of education, which is there in Europe. Europe, most of the countries are providing free and quality education to their citizens. So we can also move in that direction. But for the time being, we are focusing on 8 years because we need to India need to consider its economic position also. So thank you so much for watching this video.